Hello, 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 hello. Hello, hello, hello. Right, just quickly, hello, Jinx, hello, Aurora. Princess, sorry I didn't send you the link. It was literally hectic what was going on, and I'm battling with everyone trying to message me at the same time. Families have been messaging. I've just been speaking to Leslie. She's going on vacation. She wants to do her interview after the vacation regarding Holly Snap. Uh, Purely because she's going through a bit of a hectic time at the moment with juggling a new job, going on vacation, and she also has kids. She also has other kids as well. But she says Holleen is on the first thing of every morning. She still prays at 11 o'clock. Like we said, okay. Back into the case. Today's case. This is breaking news. Keon King has been arrested in the Cada Scott case. Uh, he's been arrested. He's got previous charges on that. So there are also other charges that are now going to be brought forward. The reason the charges was denied before they weren't denied, sorry, they weren't continued, will be explained in a minute. I've got the press conference and I've also got an article which we can go over. So this is the article. We will, 1 second. We will come back to the video in the article if it's important. There we go. Okay. Well, right now I want to focus on getting the information. Man charged with kidnapping missing Philadelphia woman Kada Scott. Keon King is accused of kidnapping 23-year-old Kada Scott, who remains missing after her disappearance on October 4th, Philadelphia police said. A Philadelphia man was arrested and will be charged with the kidnapping Kada Scott, a 23-year-old Philadelphia woman who remains missing after disappearance of more than a week. Keon, 21, surrendered himself to the police on Tuesday, October 14th. Officials announced during a press conference on Wednesday. While King is accused of kidnapping Scott, the woman remains missing following her disappearance. Here is his mug. So there is his mug. He kind of looks a bit like I Show Speed, but to be fair, 21, he does look a bit rough, but he has got previous. Police are also searching for King's vehicle, which they describe as a gold, well, one said champagne, but gold 1999 Toyota Camry with front end damage on the left front bumper. The vehicle was spotted in various Philadelphia neighborhoods, including Center City, Mount Airy, Grays Ferry, and Southwest Philadelphia. Police also said the car has the Pennsylvania license plate MSX0797, though they are concerned that the plate may have been removed. well, you just report any vehicle that fits this description. You just report it. It's better to be safe than sorry. If Joe Blogg's car gets searched and he's upset with it, just explain to him, these things happen. Autumn Fox is here. Don't forget to hit the like and share. King has an extensive criminal history. Police said he had been charged earlier this year with kidnapping another woman, but the case was dismissed in May when the victim didn't show up to court. During that incident, King allegedly kidnapped a woman he knew in front of her home, threw her in a car, assaulted her, then he let her out of the vehicle. Investigators described the incident as domestic in nature. That case was filed on Tuesday, the following Tuesday, King's arrest. That case was refiled on Tuesday following King's arrest in the Scott's disappearance, officials said. Scott has been missing since Saturday, October 4th, 2025, after she disappeared while working an overnight shift at her Autumn, have you got another channel? Because I'm sure you're down as a member on my thing, and you're not a member here. So, have you got another YouTube? I just thought I'd check with that. That case is refiled. Scott has been missing since October the 4th, 2025, after she disappeared while working an overnight shift at her job at the Terrace at Chess Hill in a nursing home on East Abington Avenue. Her family last saw her at about 9:45 that evening when she left her home along the 8300 block of Rodney Street near her to head to work. However, police said she had never finished her shift. Police said she drove to work and parked her car there, but she didn't leave in the vehicle. The car was found by police in the parking lot of the nursing home after she was reported missing, officials said. Also, officials said that interviews with Scott's co-workers revealed that she had complained that someone had been harassing her through her phone shortly before her disappearance. Police explained that they haven't seen any cell phone activity from Scott since she went missing. They also said that King was the last person who was in contact with Scott before her disappearance. Police said King and Scott knew each other prior to the kidnapping, though it's unclear how long. Her family hasn't given up hope finding Scott, and they spent last weekend canvassing the neighbourhood where she was last seen, handing out flyers. We're just trying to figure out more as much as we can, said Sanya Murray, Scott's friend. A day earlier, on Friday the 10th, 2025, investigators were searching for Scott at the Albury Arboretum in Philly's Germantown neighborhood, but officials said they found nothing. Philadelphia police and the FBI are all involved in the investigation, which police are still treating as a missing person case. They are asking anyone with information on Scott's whereabouts or anyone who may have been victimized by King in the past to call Philadelphia police at 215-686 8477. That's 215-686 8477. Anyone that may have been involved with this individual or anyone that may know this individual, please at this point in time make that call. Feel comfortable enough to call us. Let us know if you have any information regarding this person, regarding any interaction you've had with this individual. Philadelphia First Deputy Commissioner John Stanford said, if you have been a victim of any crime regarding this individual, we want to understand that now is the we want you to understand that now is the time to make that call and let us know. And then we have lots of nice ladies. Okay, okay. So, yeah, I do have another channel. This one's my college account. It didn't let me. So use your other one because you've got a membership on there and you can do cool things like, let me, there we go. There we go. Like that. Okay, so back to this. We do have a press conference. I'm going to knock this off. So the vehicle in question, you saw the little image. I have a bigger, clearer picture for you. Oh, I hate when it does this. There we go. So this is, see, they said gold, but it doesn't look gold. But again, pictures can be deceiving. As they said on the left hand side, it has damage. It's easier to see in this picture. Let me get that one up for you. There we go. See the damage at the front. Now he's been driving this car all around. They have tracked every location through. I don't know whether it's through his phone or whatnot, but they have tracked it down and they want the vehicle because it might be important to the investigation. If he has done something like this before, he should have been on probation. They had to drop the charges due to the woman not turning up for court. So, but the good thing is, he's in custody now. So the victim last time wasn't turning up for court. Well, I agree with this. Yeah, if you want to become a member, here's the link if you're on an iPhone. If you're on an Android, just go to the comment, the front page, the home page, and you can there's a join button. You can do it that way. That helps support the channel and pay for things that help run the channel, and whatever's left goes towards helping the families that we are helping. You can also donate via PayPal and buy me a coffee. I'll drop those links. But these things are not a necessity. But what is a necessity is hitting the like and sharing the video. Please do that. That's the only thing I beg of you to do. There we go. Welcome, CJK. Okay, so now we've got the press conference. I've broke it up into 4 pieces. Where is Kader Scott? Police actually saying this, that they are hopeful, so that's good. Right, I've got it in 4 pieces for you. Here is the first part. Let me just get that off the screen. That would be stupid, wouldn't it? Okay. Frank Morris is in the house.
The disappearance of Kader Scott, which occurred on October 4th, 11 days ago. I'm going to provide you an update in terms of an individual that is currently in custody for his involvement in the disappearance of Ms. Scott. However, still a lot of work needs to be done. And so just want to make that very clear as to why we are here and the information that you will receive. Essentially letting you know how we have gotten here, but more so the public help that we need right now. The public has been very very helpful thus far in providing a lot of information, which the investigators have been able to track down a lot of the leads, which has helped us get to this point here. But as I said, a lot of work still to be done. The number one priority is locating Ms. Scott. I just want to make that very clear. And so while we are at this stage of this now, that's our priority. And so we will ask for your help in locating this vehicle, which you'll get a little more information. It's a 1999 metallic gold Toyota Camry with a Pennsylvania tag of MSX0797. But we need to know where this car is. We need to find this car. Making this very clear, it's not to just focus on the northwest section of the city of Philadelphia. This car has traversed through the entire city. And so I want that to be clear, that every neighborhood, every person listening to this, whether you're in North Philly, South Philly, Southwest, Northwest, please open your eyes and see if you locate this car, or if you have seen this car, please contact us and give us that information. The second part of this is the individual that Deputy Commissioner Venor will provide his information very shortly. Want folks to understand this person has a little bit of a pattern of this type of history. And so we want to encourage anyone that may have been involved with this individual, anyone that may know this individual, please, at this point in time, make that phone call. Feel comfortable enough to call us and let us know if you have any information regarding this person, regarding any interaction you've had with this individual. If you have been a victim of any crime regarding this individual, I want you to understand now is the time to make that phone call and let us know. Give us that information so that we can continue on. Again, just want to make it very clear that a lot of work has been done, starting off with Northwest Detective Division, and then this case shifting over to homicide, making it very clear that the case was shifted to homicide because we have the most experienced investigators in our homicide unit. They have the most experience dealing with all types of investigations. They also have the most resources available to them. And so we have the hopes that we are still treating this as if Ms. Scott is still alive. And that's why we want the public's help in trying to locate every single piece of this. But I just wanted to make that clear because I know there's been some reports once it shifted over to homicide, folks not understanding the why. And so that's the reason behind that. At this point in time, again, appreciate the help that we've gotten. I want to turn everything over to Deputy Venor to go into more details about the individual that has been taken into custody and some other pertinent facts of the investigation.
Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm uploading it. We're gonna do it that way. Just bear with me a minute while we upload it. If I'd known it was gonna do this, I'd have done it beforehand. But that was part one. So he's explained homicide hasn't got involved because they believe that it's a homicide case. They've got involved because they are just the best detectives that they've got. So while we're waiting, let's go to Keon because Keon has a lengthy criminal record. He's known to police for this. He's got a current case. Well, the case was dropped, but it's back up. The case will be retried now due to praying for her safety. Let's go for a bit. Yeah, Aurora, I know it's chopped on my side. I asked at the beginning. There always is, Autumn. So they don't know who's driving the car, no, but they do know that they've gone to locations where he's apparently meant to live. Thank you, Karen. Right, okay, so we've got one more part to upload. Just going to upload it now, and then I'll start. Once I've uploaded it, we'll start playing. There we are. Upload. Click, click, clickety click, 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 click. Okay, let me just take this man off the screen and we'll get to part 2. So, fuck. This one can go. Try again. Let me just try and get this uploaded for you, and then okay. So, but oh no, I'm going to take him off the screen, and I'll just take him off the screen and get part 2 played. Like I said, he's got previous, but they couldn't charge him on the previous charges due to victim not turning up to court. Here's part 2.
All right, good morning. Just to
Aren't you the boss of Temu?
Yes.
How can you just sit here calmly and eat? You said Temu was offering...
reiterate what the Commissioner Stanford said, we've been investigating this since Saturday, October 4th in the evening, the last time Kata Scott was seen at her place of work up in Mount Airy area. Our evidence that we followed, and we did involve a lot of investigators on this, led us to several places, that digital evidence, and as everybody knows, we searched a very large area up in the Aubrey Arboretum, and we came up really with negative results. After that time, we asked the Homicide Division, the FBI Violent Crime Task Force to enter into the investigation to assist. All right, and we continued our search trying to track Ms. Scott's whereabouts along with anybody she may have encountered during that time. Our evidence is pretty clear that she was in communication with an individual. That individual appears to meet her very shortly after she leaves her place of work. And very shortly after that, she disappears off of the footprint. We have a lot of digital evidence, video and other, which provides us with this individual by the name of Keon, K-E-O-N, King, K-I-N-G. We believe this individual, and through our evidence, we were able to charge this individual. The district attorney was able to charge the individual. You'll hear from them shortly with kidnapping at this point. It's very important to know we're not done our investigation. We need to find Ms. Scott, figure out where she is, or what may have happened to her to cause her to completely disappear from all her items, her phone, her Instagram, social media sites, and everywhere else, work. She left her car at that location. So it's very important that this individual, who does have prior history of being arrested, especially for this very same thing. This year was charged with kidnapping another female acquaintance. That case was dismissed from court, and I'll explain it. It's going to be refiled now as we're going to move forward to attempt. So he's being really charged with 2 cases today of kidnapping. And that case, it involves assaults that occurred during the kidnapping. So this is a pattern of behavior. That vehicle that you've seen, the Toyota Camry, was his vehicle, all right? That vehicle's not recovered, all right? Some of the stuff he did as we attempted to find him was he got rid of things like the car, the phone. We're not able to find things that he was using. He had an address in Southwest Philadelphia. He had other addresses that it looks like he's not using anymore. So he attempted to elude us for some time. He did come in last night. He's here being processed, but there's a lot of questions we still have. So we're asking the public's help. We need it more than ever. This car, you'll see a better picture of it. We sent it to you digitally. It's a gold-colored Camry, 1999. It has heavy front-end damage on the left front bumper. All right, that's being described that way several times. We know it's been in the Mount Airy area. We have photos of it in Center City. We have pictures of it in Grace Ferry area and in Southwest Philadelphia. So it's possible that it could be anywhere. It could be outside the city. So if somebody sees this, thinks they know where this car is, it's very possible it doesn't have this tag on it anymore. So if you see a car like it, we're urging you to call police, have it investigated. Any information on this, you can call our tip line, 215-686-TIPS, 8477, or the Homicide Division directly, and give that information.
I wasn't. I actually left the studio, and now I'm back. So no, I wasn't muted. Yeah. So this is the vehicle. I'm not sure if this vehicle's like this picture's any good to you, but like I said, we do have this one. Well, this has the license plate on it, MSX 0797, Pennsylvania license plate. Likelihood is it's no longer got the license plate. Then we put this one's probably the best image because it shows the damage and it shows you what vehicle it is. It's a Toyota Camry, and myself 1 second. There we go. As you can see, it's a bit battered on the left-hand side at the front of the vehicle, maybe a few dents at the back. He's been traveling all around with this vehicle. They have all the locations that he's traveled at. Some are previous addresses, some are a current address. He's been moving about the state quite frantically since the car looks silver. It does look silver, but it's been identified as gold. So okay. I don't know why all of a sudden it won't have as much as it used to. But yeah, it's some are saying champagne, some are saying gold. It does look silver, but it could just be this image, Karen. It could be the quality of this image. Okay, let's get the press conference back on for you. Where was we in the press conference? Get that off the screen.
Thank you. My name is Ashley Tuzlowski. I am an assistant district attorney in the homicide unit. I became involved in this investigation last week when the investigation was turned over to the homicide unit. So I became the assigned ADA when detectives Rob Daly and Joe Kremen took over the case. The first thing I want to say is that PPD and our federal partners and Detective Daly and Detective Kremen have done an amazing job to get us where we are. Today I'm joined by Tracy Washington from our Victim Services Unit and also Bob Listenby, the first assistant of our office. What I can confirm is that our office, as of the early morning hours into the early morning hours this morning, did charge this individual with charges, the lead charge being kidnapping. You know, as we've said multiple times at this point, we do not know where Ms. Scott is. So at this point, our lead charge is kidnapping. What we're able to confirm.
Missing teeth ruin your life. I know because I work with patients daily who have lost all or most of.
Able to confirm, and what I was able to charge based on is what we know, which has already been said, which is that this person, Mr. King, is the last person we believe to be in contact with her, and that he was in contact with her when she went offline, meaning her phone, everything. So at this point, the investigation has led us here, and we're able to charge him with kidnapping, recklessly endangering another person, use of a communication facility, meaning his phone. We were able to track his phone and communications on his phone. He's being processed as we speak. When I picked up this investigation, one of the things that our office also learned was that he did have a previous case. It was a 2025 case for very similar conduct, strangulation and kidnapping. That case had been withdrawn by our office based on the witness failing to appear at court. I pulled that file, and after an being here and being processed on the new charges, he was served for that, so he will also be facing a preliminary hearing on that previous kidnapping case as well. So at this point, he will have 2 open kidnapping cases that will face preliminary hearings in the coming months.
Okay, so as you heard there, with a little bit more detail of what the other man said. So he's got charges. The victim didn't turn up to court. Then they have to file it, and they get basically I forget what she called it, but you basically got so long to file, and they didn't meet that deadline. So charges were dropped. But because the charges were dropped, they can now bring them forward, and now they don't need the victim so much so, because now they have another example of him kidnapping. Now, also in this press conference, we did hear that he handed himself in. So whether that is a case of, you know, he was asked to go in to talk, or whether, you know, he went in with, you know, no interaction at all and said, I want to talk. We don't know how that went, because they want to keep that under wraps because it's part of the investigation. Like I said, they have said that they've got the vehicle all over town. Now, next part is the key part, because if you've got any questions, they're probably going to get answered in this part. This part is the press conference part with questions. So it's a follow on from what just happened. She goes to say goodbye, then she comes back to answer questions.
I don't know if there's any questions.
For the district attorney's office, how many times does a defendant, does the case appear before a judge that it's then withdrawn? How many times does this matter come before a judge and the decision then gets made as withdrawn?
It depends. In this specific case, what I could tell you is that after the first listing, when the victim failed to appear, the case was marked what I'll call must be tried, which is a little bit of a court lingo, but basically saying if it's not tried by the next listing, it'll either be dismissed or withdrawn. It was marked that way after the first listing when she didn't appear in court. And then at the second listing, when again we didn't have the witness or the victim in court, it was at that point withdrawn given the previous marking.
Do you have his date of birth?
I do not, but I'm sure we can get that.
Yeah, okay.
The video of the vehicle in the area of the Arboretum, legally that's the vehicle that...
So this vehicle has been traveling all over the city. So we do believe this video is involved in what we're talking about, and we have it all over the city in concert with how he's moving as well. We have it. Yep, we have the date of birth for you. It is 5/6/2004. So 5/6/2004.
Do you guys know how the two knew each other, how long it had been, and is this the specific individual that Kata had expressed concern about, specifically harassment?
I'm not willing to comment on that at this time. That's still very much being investigated in terms of their relationship and how long they knew each other.
So the significance of the car right now, the urgency, if you will, can you address why you believe you don't need to find this car?
Sure, I can certainly comment on that, or if you want to. I mean, at this point, we believe he is connected to this vehicle. We also believe she may have been in that vehicle.
As far as the other case, the kidnapping case,
Yes.
can you just explain some of the circumstances surrounding that case? Brief as to me, please.
Sure. That case is an individual that was known to him, a domestic in nature. And what I can say is the allegations in that case are that he kidnapped a woman in front of her house, threw her in her car, assaulted her, and then eventually let her out of the car. There is some video evidence, I believe, that'll be played at the preliminary hearing, but that was domestic in nature.
And do you have a time or about when that happened?
It was this year in 2025. The case was withdrawn in May, so it predates that by a little bit.
What was the last location the car was seen?
I don't know if we have exactly the last location, but what I can say is through our investigation, it was tracked all over the city, in multiple areas of the city in multiple different time periods throughout, the entire length of this investigation.
When police were at an address in Southwest Philadelphia last Thursday night, was that one of those addresses?
It was one of the addresses connected to this investigation.
Do you believe anyone else might be helping Kay or possibly driving that vehicle for him?
In terms of other people being involved, I don't have comment on that at this time. It's still very much being investigated. There have been several phone numbers involved that we've been tracking, but all roads at this point lead to him, and so that's what we're hoping leads us to her.
After she arrives at work at 10 o'clock, how big is the time window that she actually remains at work before leaving?
Yeah.
She's not there long at all. She gets there maybe just before 10, and right after, she's out maybe 20 minutes. That's what I'm told.
Are they communicating at this point?
We believe they are, yeah.
Do you know how the two knew each other?
I don't know their relationship. Obviously, they had a connection. They're going back and forth, and they've known each other for a short time, but I don't know how long.
Do you know if she was willingly meeting him or...
I don't know. I don't know yet.
I just wanted to see if is he saying anything, is he being interviewed?
I'm not going to comment on that at this point. All right. Good.
Thank you very much.
Okay, Paul is acting a bit suspect in the chat. Yeah, so that's all the questions. Is there any questions from you guys? Is there anything that you didn't catch? Do you just want to see anything again? Two different kids, 21 as well. Listen, when they was describing him on the other channel that I was looking at, there were too many ads in that one though. When I was watching that one, the way they were describing him, like the news anchors and that, because they didn't get his rap sheet up, but they was like, he's got multiple charges of this, multiple charges of that, and I was like, He's 21. Do you know what I mean? I thought he was my age the way that was going on. Yeah, it's wild. I looked him up because he looked kind of familiar. He has an addy close to my mom and dad's in-laws. Shake my head, probably saw him around. He's got multiple addresses apparently, and apparently he's been ducking and diving these properties for a while. But since the 4th, he's been fleeing around like a little flea. Susie's here. So you all better behave now, because she'll give you the butterfly chop. Yeah. Like a Power Ranger. Only not a Power Ranger. Yeah, she's... Okay, so regarding other cases, I am in talks with some families. One family actually reached out to me, which is a good thing, because it shows we're doing the right thing. I have to reach out to a few families. Like I said, Leslie, she's going on vacation. She's got other kids as well. She started a new job. It's been a lot for her, and I told her, don't stress. Don't stress. Get your new routine under. Enjoy your vacation. And then when you come back and you get settled, we'll talk then. And she said she can't wait to come on, because she can't wait to tell Aurora what she thinks of her. But yeah, I have also been speaking to another creator that I won't name just yet until the activity starts happening. But if any of the members of families or anything like that that have been on the channel or we've covered, let them know. I have I have been talking to another creator, and he's a lot bigger than my channel, so I will pass you over to him so he can, so he can cover your case. I will be reaching out to families to let them know about this other creator, and because I'm not going to hold these families to my channel. These families want to be heard, then I'm going to spread them around as much as I can. They know which channels not to go on, like the likes of Richard Snays, like the Profs, because we don't want to stick them around sexual predators, and we don't want to stick them around idiots that will defend the opposite side later down the road for content. Yeah, they've been warned about Peggy O trying to contact them, because Peggy O, she needs attention and she's not getting it. So all that's been done. This is the live. I will try and get something out tonight, but like this one threw me off. I was trying to get it all put together, and I had Aurora messaging me. I was also talking with family members, and I had other people messaging me. It was hectic. It was crazy. I had people tagging me in Discord. I had people tagging me on Facebook. It was all over the place. But we got the live done. We got the information out. Thank you to everyone who passes on the information to me. They definitely don't need... Oh, look who's here. Look who's here. You here to steal my subs? Is that what it is? You here to steal my subs? Yeah? Coming to steal my subs? Yeah. Check out Grizzly Matt. We're going to drop his link now. There you are, Jinx. He makes amazing music. If you are a creator and you want an intro or anything like that, the music to an intro, click the one I want. There we go. If you are a creator and you have any, if you are a creator and you would like help making the audio for your intro, this is your man. If you just like chilling and listening to music, this is your man. When he goes live, your subs and women, Frank, he will never take. He can take my subs, but he'll never take the women. That's Ruckus. I haven't seen Ruckus for a bit, actually. He's popped in here and there. He must be distancing himself. He must be, he must be going through a bit of a breakup with me. Oh, there you are. Grizzy's latest video. What a way to end. Click that link. Go and watch the latest video. Jinx, if you can drop that in the comment after the live, people can check out Grizzy's latest video. That, guys, is it. Hopefully, we get some answers in Kayla Scott's case now. Things are moving along. Hopefully, like the police said, she's okay and whatnot. And here's my